This is the traditional Tamil song which conveys the message that they have five types of land, and that for five types of land, five types of angels have been delegated. And being the source of creation one, you cannot delegate same type of angels to all types of land. It is not possible, because each and every land has its own plus and minus. So the person who survives there has to adopt that particular discipline which belongs to desert. See, I cannot send an angel to a desert and say that you have to be vegetarian, isn't it? But when in a cultivable land area where a lot of cultivation can take place, a lot of irrigation is available, if it is evergreen forest or a river shore which has a continuous flow of water, I can't go and say you have to eat meat compulsorily. It is not possible. So in a desert, I can't say go and say you have to eat vegetarian. You should not be a non-vegetarian. It is not possible, because cultivation itself very rare. Only one season you can do cultivation, because there is no source of water available. So in that condition, few plants only will grow, and there is a possibility of growing goats and cows, camels, etc. So you have to depend upon meat. When you depend upon meat, you have to kill animals for your food, daily survival. It is like survival of the fittest. In that area, one cannot delegate angel who is going to tell you that you have to take a vegetarian only. It is not possible. So angel of Malak, that is dark energy, they have that attitude of annihilation. They will always try to eradicate dark matter when time comes. The attitude of antimatter is to eradicate matter. So the Malaks are those who belongs to dark energy, and they will command and they will tell you that you can take meat, because they are all just created. But only that you should fear God. You should not have interest in meat. The God has created all sort of creation for the survival of mankind, even in the most unsurvivable area. So you have to fear God. You have to kill the animal only on fearing God, but not having fond of that particular meat. You should not love meat, but you have to fear God. Then only that killing is justified for your survival. In Tamil culture, how God delegated angels according to terrain. First is the Kurinji, that is hill and hill related area. The second right side is Mulai, forest related land. And the third middle one is Marudam. Marudam means agricultural cultivable land, sun god. And this is Neidal Nilam. Neidal means seashore, delta areas. Here we are dependent upon rain. So some areas, if heavy rainfall is there, you cannot go inside the sea. So they worship the rain god. Through rain god, the source of here the worshipping method means they are not actually through proper source. It is that worshipping through proper. They know that the source of creation exists, but the source of creation never expect anything from them. Your offering is nothing to the source of creation, but one has to thank those who come to help them, the angels. Even though it is their duty, as a good gesture, we have to thank the angels who come and attend us for our requirement. Now we are going to deal about the content of God. Omnigracious infinite light, which before Big Bang, which originated From that gracious infinite light, two of the personality came out. As per Hindu philosophy, two personality came out. One we call as Brahma, another one is Vishnu. Brahma we call as the creator who has the four scriptures in his hand, four Vedas in his hand, and another is the protective one, the angel Narayana, who is called as Vishnu. These both of them come out of this omnigracious infinite light, and they recognize themselves and they ask question, who created us? They both of them ask question, who created us? But immediately Brahma says that being an old guy with beard, I must be senior than you. I must have born before you. So you have to give respect to me. So this is what he tells to Vishnu. But however, Vishnu wants to confirm it. But let us confirm. He says, this is we are discussing about the content of the source of creation. This picture shows that Shiva and Kali, both of them look from inside that omnigracious infinite light. They see Mahavishnu inside a seraphim. Mahavishnu inside a seraphim. From the center of Mahavishnu is originated Brahma. Lord Brahma came from, is connected with the umbilical cord. So this is what they see. These four images, not four, these five images represent the content of the source of creation before Big Bang, and these five are different proportions of that content of the source of creation. They are personified. Actually, these are all the personification of the different proportions of the content of the source of creation. If you understand these proportions, then you will know how it is directly related to the creation. So, if at all God has created the universe, I know that God has only created the universe. If you are respecting the unknown, you can call it as God. Otherwise, it will be always in something another dimension. You have to give respect. See, you are finding electromagnetism, some law you are finding about electromagnetism, immediately you are telling that it is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Something about induction, primary and secondary induction, if somebody finds out and tells that it is Lenz's law, you are naming it as Lenz's law. You are naming it as Planck's constant, Hubble's constant, whatever you find, you immediately give your own name. But the source of creation just names it as that, I am that, it is telling. Even the source of creation is telling him as that we should at least call it as God. What is in this? It is ridiculous. This is not the way a human being should behave. We are the creation, and the source of creation has given a bit of its content within us, and we are going to discuss it later. We are going to discuss the content of the source of creation inside the human being in Quran. What Quran tells about the content, and why it is not applicable to Muslims, and why it is applicable only to Hindus. This we will see.